Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another video of Languisher. Today's video we're going to be covering not just only one Apex match in the ladder. I'm going to showcase three matches. Although I did end up having a loss, but that one is a bit of a disappointment, so I don't think it's worth showing that. So I'm just going to skip over to this one. This is the game two I have from today. And I gotta say, this battle could be intense. Because by the looks of the box, on the enemy team. So what I mean by that is that these units are well built, and yeah, it seems like I don't have much of a knowledge of like doing Apex battles myself. So I did have a bit of an assistant along the way. So yeah. Anyways, you might be wondering who helped me out for this kind of battle. It's the person none other than Cecil, or actually Cecil H. He did kind of gave me some advice of how to, how to make a proper move, or I should say like moves that actually make sense. Like such as like you're gonna need to make sure that you know how you plan your move carefully, and don't do misplays too much. Of course, this even though nobody's perfect, we did actually end up having some misplays in this match, which I'll show later. Which I'm not gonna say when exactly because I don't want to spoil it. So, anyways, this is the pick and ban. I was lucky to go first on this match. But however, in exchange, my opponent will be doing the first ban on my box, and that one is Rosensteel, which is not a surprise because Rosensteel is bound to be banned at some point, which is I mean, she's more like a Ben bait at this point, which is totally fine. And now it's my turn to do the first ban, and I went ahead and banned Rosensteel as well because I believe Rosensteel is going to be a problem for me, even as a P2, even as a player one. But another reason why I banned Rosensteel first because I don't see AO in the box, so yeah, Rosensteel is my only option for the first ban. Although I could go for Elma, but I think Rosensteel is more dangerous than Elma. But I don't know. It's just based on depending on what team you're running with. Mine's like heavily like Princess, Glory, and also Yoless in the mix there. But yeah, this box is pretty solid here. And now I choose my unit, and I chose AO because like I noticed that he has some strong units, so I end up choosing someone that's just enough for me to stall them, so that can buy me some time. And then he went ahead and banned my Kyra and lost them. And then Elma gets deployed, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. I always find ways to counterplay it. And there's Watham and Ares. I banned these two because I knew how dangerous they are, like especially Ares. Watham does like a despair that can disable passives, which by the time when I was doing this battle, my Landius was not fully casted. So if I don't ban Watham, it's gonna give me some problems. And for Ares, self-explanatory, he is dangerous, like with AoE, and also he can move pretty far, and he can even go through people. So yeah, beware when you're fighting Ares. Although you don't usually see him that often, but if you ever see him on the field, be prepared because he can actually run through you if if that's the play they want. Okay, moving on. Deploy unit I choose was Liana because I would have figured Act Again could be very beneficial here. So I went ahead and do that. And he went ahead and banned my two guard ignore units, Oboro and Werner. Which is fine. I don't really have to use them here since the map isn't that big. Well, well, kind of big, but not really that small either. And then there's Lucretia deployed. And I went ahead and banned the two powerful tanks, Christian and Lightbringer. Although it might not be wise, but at least I got these two out of the way because these two can counterattack from range, while Hilda partially could, but only against physical. so I'm in the clear there. And I chose SP Leon because he was not banned. And then we went ahead and banned Gintoki and Lucretia. And went for Hilda because he wants to secure a tank to ensure that he's not like tankless or something. And the Cherie and Elwin, I banned these two. And I went for Z2 because he didn't ban my Z2, so I took the chance by deploying her. And he went ahead and banned my Lightbringer and Christiane. That's fine. Went for SP Matthew. And then Sizzy White and Bernhardt. And then there's Landius as my tank. And then Emperor Lovina as the last unit deployed. Alright, let me show you the stats very quick before we begin. So as you can see here, Landius, by the time when I was doing this battle, not really well built here, but at least it has a good amount of HP on this on the stats. Leon may still need some rework, because I am actually doing some rework on my units in progress. So far I already made some rework on my units, which I'll show maybe later in the video, but we will see. But for now, I'll show replays. First 3 replays, of course. There's AO. I did change up her enchantment a bit. Like, she used to be using Breeze, but now I changed her to Magic, so that way her 3C will deal even more damage than she normally would. Because I kind of feeling that if she can deal more AoE damage, she would have been better off with Magic over Breeze. And besides, her range is pretty far. I already figured that's probably a fair trade-off. And Liana, she's just here for support, not damage. And Z2 will just stay at the back to ensure everything is going safe and sound. And then for this team right here, like I said earlier, these units are well built. So yeah, this kind of fight won't be an easy one. Like Hilda, there's Matthew especially, like he can actually disable, like, you know, he can actually like apply a debuff on you that can prevent buffs, you know. Lucretia, she's actually hybrid of single target and the AoE. And then there's Elma, which is someone I should watch out for because of her light mirror, that one that can reflect debuffs. Alright, we'll let the match play out. Alright, here's round 2. So as you can see here, I position myself into ready position. Well, of course, there will be some misplays later on, but for now, this is what my unit stats look like now. Yep, Landius, even though it doesn't look great, but at least there's something there. Yep, and Z2 is just gonna stay back here until it's time to move in. And Leon, yeah, although since those tiles are in the way, Leon's might have a hard time getting out of it. But it don't matter. We'll begin here. Okay, and I believe this is the time when Cecil decided to, I'm not necessarily decided. I decided to like join in the VC to see if there are any advice I need here. So this is the time when Cecil jumped in to help me out on what move I should do. But however, along the way, even though I did have some advice, doesn't mean I'm always gonna be able to secure a win here. So, anyways, let's let the match go around.
痛くないから。
Yep, there's nothing I can do with Leon here. He's too far from being safe. And Matthew is already on the move, flashing my unit. And thankfully Z2 is just out of reach. So Matthew cannot splash her at all. I'm gonna take care of the puppet. Under Cecil's guidance, of course. Then for chains, I chain Matthew and Lucretia. And then I moved in my Z2. Splashed a little on Emperor Lovina. Went on the tower and then disabled revive. And then completely take him out. That would not work. Okay, and AO is gonna go in and kill Matthew here. Just enough. Although, yeah, at first I was a little worried that she might not be doing enough damage. So I decided to risk it, and turns out it worked in my favor. But now we're just doing like a stall for now. Unfortunately, Landius went down there, but I used the revive at least. And thankfully Landis is full HP, he can actually tank the hit. And then Landis is just tanking everything now, despite not much HP left on him. Waiting for another AoE.
これが私の信じる心です。
And this is where I messed up. Like right there, I did try to act again on Z2, and as you can tell, me and Cecil didn't realize that she's even standing on a tile that's like a a sinkhole. Basically, the acting effects will not work if anyone is actually standing on this tile. So, yep, basically I wasted Liana's act again, which is sad, but I mean it's whatever. Mistakes happen. So I just decided to try it. We decided to try a different method.
俺に力を貸してくれ。
消えなさい軟弱者。これが私の信じる心です。炎の輝きよ、私の刃となれ。お前の肉体も意志もゼルダが断ち切る。
Okay, and this is where my opponent's fatal mistake. Instead of like using Light Mirror on Hilda, he went ahead and put it on Lucretia, which honestly is a little bit of a misplay because you know what's gonna happen next. Yep, Z2 is going to let's see, hold on. It's gonna do this. Disable that revive.
ゼルダは刃を手に踊る。運命をたどる。
Almost took her out, but the next unit should be able to kill her. And then Lucretia just attacked directly into Landius. I took out Hilda just like that. And I took out Lucretia. And this is where he ended up retreating because there's no other way to win this with just Elma surviving. So that's game 1 to you. And then how lucky was that? Like another game, another first move for me. So anyways, this time I'm actually with the full guidance of Cecil, so everything here will be under his guidance. So here are the moves I did. So anyways, the first spam was AO, which is totally fine. So I went ahead and do the same with the other box. And then I secure a assassin on the first pick. Kentucky and SP Leon got banned. And then SP Leon gets deployed. And then I went ahead and banned Grenshield and Watham because these two are pretty dangerous to deal with. Like Grenshield disable guarding, and then Watham does like a AoE madness and other stuff. Yeah, we don't want that. And I went ahead and secured Z2 on this match. My lost time of Lucretia is gone. Matthew deployed. Another Matthew had to deal with. Z2 and Lightbearer banned. And I deployed Kyura. But as a trade-off, I lost Lucretia. Not Lucretia. I lost Liana and Rosenseal from that. Which is fine because I at least secured some kind of healing source, which is Kyura. And I went and banned Rosenseal and Lucretia. Elwyn deploy on my team. And Oboro and Library is no more, so yeah, there's no other way. I could prevent that, but that's alright. And then Christian gets deployed. Oh yeah, and also before I did the bans here, originally we were trying to think about banning Elwyn and Liana, but Cecil have another idea. We decided to do a double ban on the healers to ensure there aren't any healers on the team. So we did just that. Florentia and Liana are no more. And then we decided to choose Landius here because Landius by far has been working on last game. So We better why not like why not we couldn't why can't we not use the same tank from last game? But I mean, if it works, then it works, right? And then Vargas is an odd choice there because I don't think anyone chose Vargas in Apex settings, but it probably just me. But it might be rare seeing someone using Vargas here.
遅い
All right, looking at each of their stats here. Yep, these guys are actually really strong here. Like especially my Werner. Although he is made as an assassin, for a simple reason, he gets to hit quickly, unlike the infantry class, and also, while him being an assassin is actually, it can actually negate SP Leon's first strike. So that's a huge benefit for Assassin Werner. And then there are his teams: Matthew, Leon, there's Vargas, which not big threat because magic attacks are actually gonna be can actually be won't be a pro. Well, he won't be regarded against magic, only physical. And there's Kirika, and then there's Christiane. There are three enemy units we had to prioritize in this kind of battle, which is Kirika, Matthew, and Leon. These three will have like in this match. My goal is to try my best to wipe out these three. So, anyways, we'll let the match play.
俺に力を貸してくれ
私を侮らないでほしいですわ
甘いんだよ エギル家の名誉のために エギル家の名誉のために
お嫁にも
Yep, I used Werner to wipe out Kirika right away, and now the Z-ball is on the
無駄な抵
road.
抗はするな 決着をつけよう
Yeah, Werner almost took him out. I mean, if he was like strong enough, he would have taken out Leon as well.
俺に力を貸してくれ
私完璧ですわ
俺は二度と失敗しない俺は二度と失敗しない俺を止めるものは何もない
Almost done that. That's all right. And I used Elwin to take out Matthew right away. Just normal attack, no skill used.
アメルだグニル
And then just enough to force him to retreat. Yep, that match didn't go that long either. So I did end up getting a win there. Anyways, I'm gonna show you one more match. This time for this match, it's just gonna be myself without any guidance. So, anyways, this time around, I was unfortunate and I ended up going for second move, which of course is fine. But anyways, so that means I get to do first ban before my opponent does. So, anyways, this is the third game for the day, which is the last one actually. So, and also looking at the enemy team box, it looks pretty intense by looking at it. And also during that time, I was the only one. I was the only person doing this match. So I'm not under any guidance in this match. So this is actually purely my own knowledge and skill. And this is the part where this is the turning point. So I banned AO first because I knew how threatening she will be if I don't deal with her. And he went ahead and banned my Rose and Seal and deploy his own. And I also noticed he had Gren Shield and Bozel, so I went ahead and banned these two since my Gren Shield, not my Gren Shield, since my Rose and Seal is already gone. I try to get rid of Bozel as soon as possible. And I secure my Oboro, so that way I have something I can do with the Guard Ignore. And then the Kentucky and Z2 are no more. Lucretia deployed. Watham and SP Leon banned. I deploy my Liana to ensure I have a healer. AO and Lucretia is gone. That's fine. Lyogenesis. IBC and Lost them gone. I don't want to deal with IBC's like crazy amount of damage. And then SP Leon and Lost them are gone. And then Hilda deployed. And there's Cherie and Tiaris. And there's Landius. I deployed Landius because like most of the units I have on here are actually ELS, or actually at least someone is being ELS. And he did a smart ban, Werner and Elwin gone. Christian deployed. And I decided to choose Lightbringer because she can tank better and also she's magic unit.
怖がらないで。痛くないから。
And also, this is the match where my Landius is actually gonna perform a lot better than before, because this one I believe is a fully casted version of Landius. Yes, I did fully cast Landius here, which is really nice. So that way I don't have to deal with like passive block that prevents the revive. There's Kyra. I also did some rework with her. She now has like a lot more HP than she normally had before. Oboro, I did a little bit of tweaking to give him more HP and maybe some more attack. Lightbringer, she's on fire today with a 1300 int and fair amount of defense and magic defense. And Liana is just gonna be here supporting us.
消えなさい、軟弱者。
俺に力を貸してくれ。
私、完璧ですわ。
僕は簡単には屈しない。
人、思考、そして。
Oh yeah, and by the way, you notice that something going on with my team, right? Apparently, since my opponent allowed me to bring Liana and Landius in the same match, you could already tell my Oboro is gonna be nuts. Like Oboro is gonna have 3 stacks on the first turn, which honestly it is pretty strong, pretty overpowered, don't you think? Like you get to have 3 stacks, right away, opposed to just 2 from Landius's faction buff or D-Heart's faction buff. So yeah, you can imagine this match is gonna go nuts.
水晶よ、帝国の敵を倒すのです。正しい道を守り続けて。怖がらないで。痛くないから。 これが私の信じる心です。私、完璧ですわ。
言うだけ無駄だ。これを食らえ。
水晶よ、 帝国の敵を倒すのです。正しい道を守り続けて。消えなさい軟弱者。
Yep, Oboro is gonna be in his dragon form right away. On the next turn, of course.
私完璧ですわ。水晶に帝国の敵を倒すのです。
Okay, here goes the dragon.
竜がバンコクを支配する。
感じなさい。行けよ。必殺探偵団。行けよ。これが私の信じる心です。行けよ。一回引いて回復に努めます。行けよ。
Yeah, I went for a Boro to take out that
僕
puppet.
は簡単には屈しない。
Unfortunately, my dragon bit the dust here, which is fine. Because this is actually a trade-off.
全部物に礼
Like,
服
I
はや
lost
ばい。
Oboro,
竜が
my
バン
opponent
コク
also
を
lost
支配する。
Felicia.
俺に力を貸してくれ。
私完璧ですわ。これが私の信じる心です。闇を砕く盾よ、真実の輝きを。私を侮らないでほしいですわ。闇を砕く盾よ、真実の輝きを。行けよ。レーゲンブルクのために。これが私の信じる心です。
俺に力を貸してくれ。
闇を砕く盾よ。私の血も赤だったのね。行けよ。必殺探偵団。行けよ。水晶に帝国の敵を倒すのです。これが私の信じる心です。行けよ。
Yeah, I almost took out Rosensteel.
レーゲンブルクのために。私を侮らないでほしいですわ。 国の敵を倒すのです。
Anyways, by this point on, some of my units will probably like Liana's gonna die. She's not gonna live out there because this pillar is not gonna is actually not standable for ground units. So yep, she's basically done. Which is fine because even though my damage is actually pretty high already. Now at this point, I decided to focus on outlasting my opponent as long as I could. And also, this Hilda is toast. Like, she's out in the fog, no room to go in. Yep, she is actually done so.
俺に力を貸してくれ
So since Leon's gonna die, I decided to use her as a last resort for the like the healing for
正
Kyra.
しい道を守り続けて。
And you'll see soon. Yep, and Hilda is gone. Yep, right there. Yep, and I used that to heal her back up before go farewell. Yeah, Christian is quite tanky, even the magic won't stop her. And this is the last turn, so you already tell how am I gonna win this, right? And just like that, the victory is mine because I did most of the damage against my opponent. And that's it. And now let me show you an update progress on my units. So let me get to that really quick. Oh, and also before I forget, I'm now silver 2. Last time I was in silver 3. Now I'm silver 2. So I'm basically pretty close going to gold. Hopefully, I can get to gold before the time of the period ends. All right, and I'm gonna show you my units here. So anyways, this is my Landius. He's fully cast as you can see here. And these are his stats. So far, his HP is now like double the amount of his base HP. With the enchantment bonus, of course, thanks to Cecil's advice. And I did switch out one of my armor for the Forbidden Defender's armor because he believes that this armor does better at tanking over the other one I had last time, which was the let me see which one was it. It was the armor that my alpha now has. Let me show you. It was this one over here, the Frontier Vanguard armor. This one can be great in some scenarios, but for Landius, he's better off with the Forbidden. So I decided to like switch them both to each other. And then and also I did re-enchant a few things. I was able to do full attack on this one, which is I'm quite stoked about that. Extra HP is nice. Attack, but however, the thing that hurts him on this one is the int bonus, which not gonna benefit him much. But at least is what it is. What it is. Defense and HP is now on this one. And then for Holy Arc, he has the HP and an attack bonus on there. 7% on HP, 5% on attack. So yeah, he is much beefier now, unlike before. And then for AO, I believe I did some changes to her, just a tiny bit. I gave her not just like retaining the int here, but I mean, I believe her previous bonus was like 11% on int, but I gave her extra HP by 6%. But as a trade-off, I did lose 1% of the int, which is fine because as long as she can outlast many things now, she can actually be able to help me out a bit better. And also for the rest of her gear, I tried my best to add HP as much as possible. And then for Kyura, I also did some changes with her. So I again same situation with AO. I gave her extra HP on all of her gear. That amount of HP increase is actually a big deal for her. So that way she can do better job out there. And also her HP increase is more than double than her base HP, which is incredible. And then Z2 I also did some rework for her. Mainly adding more HP. Yep. And also some defense stats as well. So yeah, I think these are the only units I did rework so far. So I'm gonna rework more units later on. Until then, hope y'all find the Apex replays that I featured entertaining or enjoyable. Until then, have a nice day, everyone.